Suchita. Je m'appelle Suchita, votre enseignante de la langue française, et dans cette vidéo, I'm going to teach you some of the sentences that you can use in your French classroom. Before we begin with this video, I would like to introduce you to my website www.learnfrenchbysuchita.com, where you will find recorded courses for all your French language needs. We have courses for DELF A1, DELF A2, DELF B1, TEF TCF recorded course, French phonetics as well. We have special courses for our school students ranging from grade 5 to grade 8. We also have courses for university students who are enrolled in certificate course or diploma course in Delhi University. And finally, we also have courses for our school students who are aiming to appear for their DELF Prem or DELF Junior examinations. So hurry up and check it out. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. And as I already told you, in this video, I am going to teach you certain phrases, or I can say certain sentences, which you can use in your French classroom. I see a lot of students using the English sentences while posing certain questions or while saying certain things to their professor in a French classroom. So avoid using English over there, and I'm going to teach you certain sentences in French, after which you can avoid using English sentences in your French classroom. Mais avant de commencer avec cette vidéo, je vous souhaite un très joyeux Diwali. Before we begin with this video, I wish you all a very happy and prosperous Diwali. And now let's just begin with this video. The first sentence that I'm going to teach you in French, that's comment ça s'écrit. Comment ça s'écrit? Comment ça s'écrit? I cannot tell you the meaning word by word, but yes, it means how is it written. For example, let's say any word. I say any word in French while teaching you something, and I say any word. And let's say I say the word une voiture, and you could not comprehend what did I say. So what will you say to that? And you want to ask me, une voiture, comment ça s'écrit? How is it written? And then I would spell that. Ah, voiture, V-O-I-T-U-R-E, by which you will comprehend what am I saying. So the first question is, comment ça s'écrit? Comment ça s'écrit? How is it written? Comment ça s'écrit? Comment ça s'écrit? How is it written? Now this is actually the verb écrire. Écrire means to write. Comment ça s'écrit? How is it written? So in a French classroom, let's say any word which you don't comprehend, and if you want your professor to write that thing or to spell that thing for you because you did not comprehend, you can say comment ça s'écrit. You can specify the word and followed by comment ça s'écrit. The second one is je ne sais pas. Je ne sais pas. Je ne sais pas, which means I don't know. Now je sais, it's actually the verb savoir. Savoir, which means to know. Je ne sais pas. I don't know. This is the verb savoir. If you do not know what is the verb savoir and how do you conjugate that, I'm going to mention the link in the card above. You can watch that video and then come back here again. So the second one is je ne sais pas. I don't know. Je ne sais pas. The third one is je ne comprends pas. Je ne comprends pas. Comprend, c'est le verbe comprendre. That's the verb comprendre. Comprendre means to understand. So, je ne comprends pas. In a classroom, if you don't understand anything, you can say madame, or you can say monsieur. Madame means ma'am, or monsieur, which means sir. So, madame, je ne comprends pas. I don't understand. Je ne comprends pas. Or you can say sir, I don't understand. Sir is monsieur. Je ne comprends pas. So the third one is je ne comprends pas. The fourth one is I said something, let's say, and you want me to repeat that thing. So how would you ask me to repeat? You will say répétez s'il vous plaît. Now s'il vous plaît, which means please. So répétez s'il vous plaît, which means repeat please. Répétez s'il vous plaît. Répétez s'il vous plaît. Repeat please. Okay, now I'll just repeat it for you. The first one is comment ça s'écrit? Comment ça s'écrit? Which means how is it written? The next one is je ne sais pas. Je ne sais pas. I don't know. Je ne comprends pas. Je ne comprends pas. I don't understand. Je ne comprends pas. The next one, répétez s'il vous plaît. Répétez s'il vous plaît. That means repeat please. Okay, so now the next one is vous pouvez répéter s'il vous plaît. Now in the previous slide, if you remember, we did répétez s'il vous plaît. That was actually the short form and an easier form. If you want to say repeat please, you will say répétez s'il vous plaît. But now if you want to extend it and you want to really write, can you repeat please? Or you can repeat please. So for that, you is vous. Can is actually the verb pouvoir. Pouvoir, which means can or to be able to. By the way, if you do not know what exactly is the verb pouvoir and how do you conjugate it, I'm going to mention the link in the card above. You can watch that video and then come back here again. So this one is vous pouvez répéter s'il vous plaît. So you can repeat please. Vous pouvez répéter s'il vous plaît. So you can repeat please. S'il vous plaît is please. So vous pouvez répéter s'il vous plaît. The next one is comment. Comment. Now comment, which would, let's say I said something and you did not comprehend what did I say and you want me to repeat. So like in English you say what? So similar way in French you say comment. Comment. That would give you the sense of what did you just say? What did you say? Or can you repeat? So you can simply say comment. That means the other person or your professor would get the sense of it that you did not comprehend what she or he wanted to say. So here, comment, comment, which means what. The next one is, quelle est la différence entre et Let's say there are two things which you want, and you want to know that what is the difference between this and that. So you will say, quelle est la différence, différence which means difference, entre, entre which is a preposition which means between, et which means and. So quelle est la différence entre et Let's say there are two tenses in French which are often confused, which are, so what are the two tenses? Passé composé and imparfait. And let's say you want to ask your professor, what is the difference between passé composé and imparfait? How would you ask this question? You would say, quelle est la différence entre passé composé et l'imparfait? Quelle est la différence entre le passé composé et l'imparfait? So here in the dashes you will fill it with the nouns in which you are confused. Like for example, what is the difference between, you want to say, le vélo et la bicyclette? Both of them means bicycle in French, and you want to know what is the difference between le vélo and la bicyclette. So you will say, quelle est la différence entre le vélo et la bicyclette? Repeat after me. It's very important to repeat after me so that you improve your pronunciation. C'est vraiment important de répéter après moi. Allez. Quelle est la différence entre et On répète. Premier. Vous pouvez répéter s'il vous plaît? I'll say it slowly. Vous pouvez répéter s'il vous plaît? Vous pouvez répéter s'il vous plaît? Comment? Comment? The next one is, quelle est la différence entre, whatever you want to say, and is known as et. Quelle est la différence entre et Okay, so now the next one in front of you is encore une fois. Encore une fois. Encore une fois, which means one more time. Encore une fois. Encore une fois. As much as it is important to write correctly in French, it's very, very important, or I should say it's equally important to pronounce the words correctly. Alright? So, encore une fois. C'est vraiment important que vous répétiez après moi. Very, very important to repeat after me so that you can improve on your pronunciation. Encore une fois. Encore une fois, which means one more time. The next one is j'ai un problème. J'ai un problème, which means I have a problem. This is actually the verb avoir. J'ai. This is the verb avoir. I have. Avoir means to have. If you do not know what exactly is the verb avoir and how do you conjugate it, I'm going to mention the link in the card above. You can watch that video and then come back here again. So then this one is j'ai un problème. I have a problem. The next one is a similar one. Instead of a problem, I have added a question. If you want to say, Ma'am, I have a question. Madame, j'ai une question. J'ai une question. The word problème is masculine and the word question is féminin. So, j'ai un problème, j'ai une question. I have a question. J'ai un problème, j'ai une question. Voilà. The next one is, if you want to say something, if you want to ask that, how do you say this in French? Let's say if you want to say, how do you say a bicycle in French? So how would you say that? Comment dit-on en français? Now here you can replace this blank with any word for which you want to know the French translation. So let's say you want to say, how do you say a bicycle in French? You would say, comment dit-on a bicycle in French? En français, pardon. So comment dit-on a bicycle en français? Comment dit-on en français? Comment dit-on en français? Je répète. Encore une fois. Encore une fois. J'ai un problème. J'ai un problème. J'ai une question. J'ai une question. And the next one is, comment dit-on? Or else if you want to invert it, you can invert it also. You can also say, comment on dit? Comment dit-on? Or you can say, comment on dit? Comment dit-on? Or comment on dit en français? The next one in front of you is, j'ai oublié mon ou ma. So, j'ai oublié. First of all, this verb is the verb oublier. It's the verb er. Alright. So, j'ai oublié, but I've conjugated that verb in past tense. For now, you don't need to worry about that. You just learn it. J'ai oublié. Let's say in the class you want to say, I forgot my book. I forgot my book. So, you will say, j'ai oublié mon livre. J'ai oublié mon livre. Now, you will write mon if after that you have a masculine word. You'll write ma if after that you have a feminine word. Let's say if I want to say I forgot my book. Now the word book in French is livre and that is the word masculine. So you will say j'ai oublié mon livre. And let's say if you want to say I forgot my pouch or I forgot my pencil case. So you will say j'ai oublié ma trousse. Ma trousse, why? Because the word trousse is feminine. So you will say ma trousse. J'ai oublié mon ou ma. The next one is puis-je. This is the verb pouvoir. Can I or may I borrow a? Let's say if I want to say may I borrow a pen? So I'll say puis-je emprunter un stylo? Puis-je emprunter? Emprunter, which means to borrow. Puis-je emprunter un stylo? Un stylo which means a pen. Puis-je emprunter un or une, depending. Un we use for masculine words and une we use for feminine words. The next one is quelle page? Let's say the professor is teaching something and you want to ask him or her, what page is it? So you can say quelle page? Quelle page? What page? The next one is, if you want to say, may I go to the restroom or may I go to the toilet? For that you will say, puis-je, the same structure. Puis-je aller aux toilettes? Puis-je aller is the verb to go. So, puis-je aller aux toilettes? May I go to the toilet? So, puis-je aller aux toilettes? Je répète, j'ai oublié mon ou ma. J'ai oublié mon livre, or I can say ma trousse. The next one is, puis-je emprunter? Puis-je emprunter mon, puis-je emprunter un livre or un stylo? May I borrow a book or a pen? So, puis-je emprunter un stylo? The next one, quelle page? Quelle page? The next one is, puis-je aller aux toilettes? Puis je allais aux toilettes. It's actually a question, so you have to raise your tone. Puis je allais aux toilettes. Puis je allais aux toilettes. And that's it for this video. Before I end this video, I want to promise from all of you that from now on you will use all these sentences in French in your French classroom and avoid speaking English into your French classroom. And that's it for this video. In case you like this video, do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel and mention your comments in the comment section below. And I'll see you soon with the next video. Till then, au revoir, à bientôt et bisous bisous.